Welcome, A-Train PC Classic fans, to A-Train PC Classic with Omnius Prime. A-Train PC Classic, my favorite train transport city building game. Episode 9, Tourist Haven 7, Midcourse Corrections. Here we are. It is now May 27th of 2006, high noon. Now, when I left off, I had to think about what I was going to do to pay off this $75,800,000 loan that's due tomorrow. I was just going to borrow $200 million and pay it off and have some operating cash. But then I decided, at the interest rate of 13.8%, no, what I'm able to do is generate enough money so that right now I can pay off the loan, and then in 4 days, at the end of on June 1st, I'll be able to pay my taxes of about 37,500,000. So what I decided to do was just not spend money. Managed to sell 2 subsidiaries for a nice little tidy profit. And so I put some money in the bank. So I decided, okay, I'm just going to cash out the loan, cash out the taxes. I have the option in my projects to do the stock offering, but it would only give me 105 million. And last year I got 120 some million. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to hold off and not not build stuff. What I want to do is increase my dividend. Last time I stuck to the 20 cents per share, and it was about 3.5%. So let's see, stocks. Let's look at yield. So I'm kind of, not doing too bad in about, 5th place as far as dividends go. But what I want to do is maybe upward to a quarter, try to get it over 4%. See if I can't get a little more money on the initial stock offering. So I decided to wait on the stock offering and see how things work out as far as that goes. Now, one of my money-making machines was running materials up to Polaris, the city up north, up in this area. Well, the price caved from over 40,000 down to 34,000. My average inventory price is 33,600. So I'm only making like $400 on each lot of materials that I'm selling. World price is still at 48.1. But if you kind of take a look, you can see how my selling to the world is dropping the world price. But if we take a look at the Polaris price, look how that's just really kind of like diving like a submarine. Surprisingly, Kochab now is offering me 44,500, the city to the south, or to the east, I mean. And that happens to be over here. Now, I do have plans to put in a second Material Factory C here in Alcade. And I've already bought up some land to put in a little truck freight station here. And then run a line, a road down in here. So put a Material Factory C in over here in this part of the space, and then put in my truck freight station right here, and then run a road out there. So that, yeah, I could use a semi and just run and then truck product out. So maybe I'll have occasion to buy a 4th semi. Or I'll probably just use my semi that I've got now. Working on running agricultural products from here to here to keep my, right now there's 16 and there's 25 in that one. I've got, 38 and 38 there, so I'm in good shape as far as um, having material for, let's see what I'm going to do. Let me take Wednesday off. So I want to slow that down. The other thing that I did with Alcade Freight is I went into the freight handling, and as you can see, for materials, I'm not going to load right now. I'm leaving it unhandled so that I can leave a little material here for the area, especially now that I want to build that material factory C, so that I can build it. But as you can see, the AI is busy using my materials to build new buildings around here, which is cool. I've also put a little bought land for a truck freight station right here, so I can run freight to over here. Materials, I mean. Maybe even like right over here, to kind of really give this area a good boost. So slowly but surely, I'm kind of running materials around and helping the city to grow. As far as city growth goes, if I look at the city info on population, I'm nearing 50,000. Started out just over 30,000. So I've added almost 20,000 in 4 years, little over 4 years. Let's see. Oh yeah, here's the other thing. My yearly streetcar profit right now is at $1,034,000. It is May 27th, so in less than 2 months, I have gotten $1 million in streetcar profit, which means that in about 10 months or somewhere around January, I should hit the $5 million profit target. And then I can just rip out the streetcars and put in a new bus route. Although that just sounds like really gimmicky. So for the victory conditions, I just am at a loss as to how I'm going to get 20 million in road profit when I'm right now at 627,000. Yeah. That's going to be a real challenge. At first I thought that wouldn't be the challenge, it would be the streetcar, but man, the streetcar has proven to be rather simple. So let's go ahead and run a clock. I've got my trucks running around delivering goodies. So let's go. Okay, a payment made for the loan. So that was very kind of boring. It just showed that, okay, I paid the loan. So I still have 67 million, which is more than enough to pay the 37.5 million in debt that I have. In the tax debt. Okay, now where am I going to put the semi at? I think what I'll do is just place him. What time is this? 7 p.m. He's got 2 in the load. Place him right here so that he can drag materials from here over to here. And where are my other? Let's check my other cab over truck, because cab freight 1 is moving farm goodies. Okay, that looks like he's cleared out. So cab freight 1 is empty. So let's remove him. He's done his job. Now I can put him somewhere else. And I'm just trying to think where would be a good spot to put him to run some freight. Okay, got 1 truck delivering there, so I don't want to put him there. So I think I'm going to do is I see some empty space right there. So I'm going to place him here. And he's all set up to pick up from West McGregor. Whoopsie. Whoa, I better change the freight handling. Good thing I double checked that. So I'm going to load at West McGregor. I'm going to Unload. I can't believe this is the first time that vehicle has been on this route. But definitely got to double check these things so that he's not like just loading and unloading. I'm almost starting to wonder if to achieve that massive road profit target, if I don't have to save some things. So let's just go ahead and run and pay my taxes. There we go. Oh, a new subsidy just started. So what do we got here? And all payments for last year. Taxes have been made. So I'm at 36,750,000 and got my taxes paid. Now, so the bank. Woo! Look at that interest rate. Now it's at 4%. Holy cow! 4%. Holy cow! How much credit limit do I have? 96 million, huh? Wow, makes me want to borrow some money. Makes me want to borrow like $1 billion, over $1 billion, pay all my loan off. 4%. It was 13.8% just before I paid that loan off. And I was hoping, it would drop the interest rate a couple of points or something. Wow. Okay. Looks like I have another mid-course correction to make. I have to kind of rethink things. But one of the things my plan for this year is going to be making bus routes so that I can get the places around stations to grow like they have here. So I plan on putting in a bus route around here from Iraq, do one here for Doobie. What is that, like East Doobie? So wherever I have a train station, wherever I've, left space for the bus station, just one bus a pop. So that's going to be kind of my plan, is to start building up the buses around my train stations so that I can increase my road income profit and start getting these other places to grow. Here we are in my brand new Merak station, bus station on the Merak Local. So let's take a bus ride on a brand new bus road line. Whoopsie, look at that big train, woo! Yep, we're out here in the boonies, in the farmland. But now I've really got to work on the road income. So now what I've got to do is run some bus lines here and see if I can't stimulate some more growth, which means more material selling for me. And that's always good. Caught a glimpse of that bullet train line. Now, as you can see, we're coming up here south of Doobie, where it's all built up. And I decided to run the Merak bus line through this area rather than the Doobie one, to build up some customer base for the Merak line. And here we're stopping at like the Doobie station. And oh yeah, that's on the left there. That's going to be, whoa! Oh, we made the train stop. So basically in game time, this is a 4-hour ride. So this is pretty slick. Here we're back in Merak again. I also learned a new trick as far as building bus stations. Now that I understand that this is a left-hand justified road system, I'm building my bus stops only on the left-hand side. No more double-sided bus stops. When I dropped the bus on the line right in front of the station, bus knew exactly where it was going. You can see, and it didn't stop right there. Boom, and now we're back. Okay, it's gonna pop up now. There we go. So that was a cute little about 3-minute ride. And so as you can see, we're at the station and we turn left. You know, go down here. That was the first station. Okay, so everything's going to the left, you know. It went down to here and over here. So then it comes back, makes a left-handed turn over here, and then runs up north around the circle here, and then back to the station. Boom. So yeah, that's you know, I got to start building up my road income. And the other good thing is that by building these bus routes now to feed my train stations, I'm trying to get some synergy going here. Now, I have been busy. I got the stock offering, 120 million. I paid a 25 cents a share on dividends, up from 20 cents. So I got a 4% yield. Paid a 4% yield instead of 3.5%, and that definitely raised up my per share price. When I first tried out buying the shares, it would have been at like 493. So this at 564, I sold less shares, but got about the same amount of money, and that's always good. So right here, I built a movie theater B because there is a subsidy for an entertainment, a 25% subsidy for an entertainment building in Town. And now there's a new one for a 25% aid for an entertainment building in Town. Obviously, entertainment buildings are at a premium, so I'll have to figure out an appropriate sized entertainment building. I just can't keep building all these, you know, fancy schmancy things. I've been putting some subsidiaries up for sale. I sold a couple. I am now selling the Alioth Tower now that I can actually make a little bit of a profit on it. Still trying to sell the amusement park B, and now I've got 2 apartment buildings in up for sale at Fecta and here in Doobie. And I've been a busy little bee down here in Alcade near the sea. I decided I'm going to build a second Material Factory C. I'd always planned on doing that anyway. And I've got another apartment building D here building. I've stopped dragging materials from down here over here to Alcade, the town, because as you can see, the material depot here is pretty much full. And I keep bringing back products here. Now this little area where I got 4 lots for sale here, I built the agriculture warehouse over here, and it wasn't filling up. So I ended up having to, I mean, it wasn't unloading from the train here. So I ended up having to switch it down here. And here, when I was building the train station, I wasn't really paying attention to capture range. So I ended up, I wasn't capturing this back row of materials. So I ended up taking a $2 million loss and moving it up one hex. Whoops. But gotta try things out, and gotta pay attention to the little details. So now, I did buy a second semi, but right now it's not where I started it off with. Now, right here, I built a new truck freight stop station, and built the road out to Kochab, because when I look at the material price list, Kochab is now paying 43,300 per material. So that's pretty good. Boy, Polaris is really getting down. I'm actually losing money now selling to Polaris at 31,100, and my average inventory price is 32,400. So I'm going to have to slow down my trade there, because I've really kind of flooded the market there. I might just have to turn it off completely for a while. Perhaps even just, well, maybe I won't remove the train, but I'll just probably park it for a week or two and see if the price doesn't go up. Of course, that means I'm going to be having to kind of like slow up the trains from Alias to McGrez, and McGrez up here to Doobie. So always, things to watch, little annoying things, but it's very realistic. I've been flooding the Polaris market with materials, so now what I've got to do is just completely back off and see if I can't use more materials here. That was why I built this bus route here, because I want to start using more materials up here. So it is August 1st, 2006, and let's take a look at the profit and loss statement. Made 1.778 billion in sales, and I have a $257 million loss. Woo! So now what I'm definitely going to have to do is some rehashing on turning off the Polaris material flow, and see if I can't start figuring out some other place to flow my materials to make some money. Of course, now right now, ooh, I got 32 million credit limit again, and my interest rate's like 4% for 4 years. Wow. And my credit limit has been fluctuating back and forth. Let's see. So right now it's at BB. It was at like triple B, and I had about 110 million in credit when I last saw it, and I was trying to wait for it to go to 150 million. So I checked it again, and it had gone to zero. I had lost my creditability, and so when I looked at the company info, sure enough, they had dropped my credit rating, which reduced my credit limit. So I guess right now I'm kind of like re-earning my credit limit, but I'm going to just lay off on the credit. I'm going to have to definitely rethink how I'm moving my material so that I can start making some money. But I'm very confident that I can now use semis, move material from over here to over here and over here, and start building this whole area up. Now, in the future, I will come back and take one last streetcar ride. The whole length of back and forth, the whole length. I'll make sure to start it off early in the day so that we get the whole ride in before I tear up the streetcar lines and this double road. I already did a test on it because I wanted to see how much it would cost, and it cost me about 25 million. But it's also going to be a big hit on my profit. So kind of glad that I didn't borrow money and pay off a loan just to absorb the interest expense because it's going to be tough enough to make money this year as conditions are changing. But I'm also trying to change a little bit too so that I can now start moving freight out here by truck to Coachab and see if I can't jack up my road income. I certainly didn't get very far, still the same day. But I decided since this episode's about mid-course corrections that I'd kind of clue you in here on a rather radical one that I've decided upon. Now, I've decided I'm shutting down the Doobie Freight, so I am no longer going to be running materials up to Polaris. As funny as let's see, my average inventory price is 32,500. The Polaris price that I can sell at is 31,100. So I'm losing like 1,400 per lot of materials. It remind you know back in I think the first episode I started off saying that something reminded me of this old contractor joke, and it was a contractor joke about a contractor being in bankruptcy court. And he was saying, well, Your Honor, I only lost a little on each job, but I made it up in volume. So here I am, sorry, in the same situation where, yeah, I'm losing a little bit on each load, but I'm making it up in volume. So I definitely flooded the Polaris market with materials. So now I'm going to back off and not give them any materials. Hope that the price will bounce back up. I'm have a good feeling it will. So what I did is I've shut him down. I shut down the Alioth freight right here. He's still got one material on board, but I'm shutting him down. There's no sense this lot over here is full. The McGrath freight I'm going to that's running, bringing materials from here to here. I'm just going to let it run today, and it'll be shut off. So now the big plan. Now that I'm cutting the flow of materials out of North Alioth Doobie area, I decided, I'm going to sell my two Material C factories here. And so I've been looking at things, and if I look at North Alioth Material C, I can, let's see, so the previous year profit and loss was 49 million. Right now it's at 13.7, doing pretty well. I hate to get rid of it, but at this point, I think it's time to sell. Now, auction sale, I could get 39.5 million and make 12.9 million fixed asset profit. If I broker sale it, I could get 59 million and make a over $32 million profit. But I'm just going to auction sale it. I want the money now. Doobie Material C. I'm going to sell it. Auction sale, I can get 55.9 million, make 23 million profit. Broker sale, I could get 84 million and make a $51 million profit. But once again, as long as I'm making a profit and I'm getting some cash, so I decided I'd sell my two Material C factories. Now I don't have the pressure to have to get materials out of here and keep these guys profitable. And the other thing was when the AI built this Material C factory right over here, it kind of started to cut down on what this was able to put into the material depots. Now, I have 111 million on hand instead of just 16 million. So now I have two possibilities. It would be to build bus routes in like Magrez, East Magrez, and Doobie, which I'd like to do, because then it would promote growth in these areas and help to maybe utilize some materials. Or I go ahead and let's see, there it is, build a port either here, because there's a little fishing port right here, putting out 10 fish per day. Or I could put it here, and then put in a little fish warehouse over here. And the idea would be is that I would build a train route into here, and I would say have 4 wagons, so I could have 3 material and 1 fish. And what I could do is drag 3 materials over from here up to there. And I've already kind of set it up. Now, the train here is actually sitting on the inside track. But if you notice how I made it curve over here, so when I build the second platform right here, okay, I'm going to move that train over to here, and now it's got that straight track. So I thought about this from the very beginning. Then I can use this track, the first track, to run a train track out this way. Get it out over here and then over there. So stay tuned and let's see what I end up doing. That's right. Must mean that I'm just about ready to pull up the streetcar tracks. So here we are on the final streetcar ride. It's December 23rd, 2006. Started at 9 a.m. So we'll take the full route. And I've been very busy in the past few months. Ever since I did the fire sale auction of 2 of my Material Factory C's. And all I can say is I'm sure glad that I took the risk that to build up some cash right away when I knew that I might not be moving as much material as I'd like to. And slowly but surely, I'm finding a way to achieve all of my goals for the scenario. I've really picked up the pace on my road income. Seems that the key is going to be semi-trucks and hauling freight. I actually have a truck that right now is making something like 4.6 million. One truck. Of course, the other ones aren't doing that, but I've really jacked up my road income. But I'm still going to rip this streetcar system out. Put in a bus system with 5 buses. And that'll just help me get closer to the road goal. I mean, I hate doing it because it's kind of a Mickey Mouse move. And then again, I could probably get away without doing it and just doing it with the freight. Moving freight from one of my depots to, say, a town off map at a profit. I'm doing that with that one freight truck, and it's really, I like the color scheme. I think of it as a reggae color scheme, with the red and the yellow and the green. That's kind of like, yeah, reggae. So we must be in Fecta. And close to, there's like that bridge that's going over from Fecta Point to the Fecta Lighthouse. There's the wholesale market. This is where the streetcar line used to end. And then this is an extension I made. So here we are, we're hitting on halfway home. But yeah, I'm making money really well. I've got something like 35 million in net profit. I'm gonna owe about 22 million in taxes. Right now I've got 185 million cash on hand. So I've been piling up the cash. I have one of my blue line stations leveling up to from a station complex A to station complex C. As soon as I get done with a passenger bus research project, I'm going to, whoops, let's turn this around. There we go. So yeah, as soon as I get, I'm going to start swapping out passenger trains. I put down my first high-speed electric freight train. Opened up that port up in Doobie. Built a rail line there. And so I'm taking materials from Alioth up to that Doobie port, bringing back a fish. So I'm selling fish out of the Doobie port and even the Alioth port. And I'm selling agricultural products and materials out of the Alcade port. Boy, these advanced streetcars are faster than the cars. Was that a mailman? So while the graphics aren't like, you know, real stunning, they're good enough. They're cute. And it's really cool to, you know, to have the 3D and the 2D views, especially the 3D. So you can really kind of, you know, get down into the nitty-gritty and see your city in detail. So I guess it's going to keep on going a little further. Wow, it's 5:35. So let's see, that's 3, 8, a little over 8-hour round trip. Man, I wonder how fast buses are going to do it. So, yep, we're getting closer and closer to the end. But wow, this is really a long ride. And I wonder if there's another turn up there. So it's been, I can't wait to kind of show you some of the results of what I've been doing with the building. Yep, looks like end of the line. There we go. So that was the streetcar ride. Now, time to accomplish a goal. Yeah. Annual streetcar profit $5 million achieved. So there's a victory condition achieved. And this is just congratulatory work on me reaching that point. And there. So I've got my freight trucks running around, and now they're all semis. So let's take a quick look here. So now the yearly streetcar profit goal I have achieved. My yearly road profit is now 9.8 million. Man, I was dogging it down in like the 2 million mark for a whole year. Yearly rail profit 86 million. I've got to start hitting the hammer on that. Now that I've done all that research on passenger trains, it's time to put a lot of passenger trains in. So now, if I take a look at my profit and loss, I'm at 3.977 billion in sales. So I'm easily going to eclipse the 4.274 billion from last year. So I still have January, February, and March, a whole quarter. Right now I have 59 million pre-tax net profit, 23 million in taxes, current net profit of 36 million. So doing a really good job there. My company info. I got my credit rating back up to BBB, and boy, that's been a real interesting situation. Right now, I had the rates down to like 4% for the 4-year loans, and but I didn't have much credit limit. So now the interest rate's back up to 13.8% for 4 years, and yeah, now I got like 767 million in credit limit. One of my goals is going to be to pay off at least one of these $50 million loans, maybe both in this year, so I can absorb the interest against to reduce my income tax bill. So the first thing I did with that money was there we go. Was to go ahead over here, and what I did is I had to tear the old station out so that I can put in a new station with 3 platforms. So what I end up having is I have a freight train heading out to Kochab, because I can sell my materials in Kochab for $38,100, which is best price going now, even better than the world price. And this time what I'm not doing is flooding the Kochab market. I'm also running a truck to Furcad from Alcade down here, this little route down here. So that's the truck that's just making money hand over fist right now, and I'm just letting it run. I've got this Material Factory C up for sale. Now that I develop them, I want to sell them for big bucks. I sold the Amusement Park B finally, so that's no longer bleeding money for me. And so yeah, I think things are heading in a good direction. I'll be back in a little while. Back again, and I'm in something of a state of shock here. It is February 9th, 2007. And here we are on the new Midcourse local bus. So I decided to make a little new bus line here, kind of help promote growth and stuff. Well, it's really an appropriate episode title about Midcourse corrections. Since I last saw you, I've had another Midcourse correction. Remember the streetcar line I was going to rip out? I didn't. I left it alone. I finally realized the secret to success, to gaining a lot of road income: trucks, like semi-trucks, not buses. So as you can see here, whoa, this is kind of out in a small town. But you know, I do these bus routes as basically, whoa, and there's a freight train coming in, the Midcourse freight right here. Yeah. It's now got 3 platforms. But, so we're coming back up to the station. Definitely have been busy since I was last showing you. So let's go ahead and close that. And let's take a look. Oh, let's see. What else have I been doing? Well, one of the things that I did was I created a new truck line, and you can see there's a truck right here carrying materials off to Coachab right here. I did have a train running this way, but what I wanted was truck income and being able to take materials to a different point and sell it at a profit. And yeah, the truck is making some good money because it's taking a nice long little drive out in the country here to another town. Ooh, and then see, there's the second truck on that route. I even cut back on the train delivering so that I don't mess up the pricing. And of course, you got to really keep track of what's going on the pricing. Right now, Coachab is paying me $34,400. My average inventory price is $23,900, so I'm making a nice profit there. FERCAT is paying me $32,700, so that's the other really great, a good price for local. And world price is $34,700. So believe it or not, you know, when I was last in the last segment, I was sweating bullets about making the road income. And guess what? Annual road transport profit, $20 million achieved. Man, I was sweating bullets. Like last year, it was like about 2.5, 3 million at best for my road profit. So we reached our target profits. I knew you could do it, boss. So, whoops, and of course, always, you know, go save the game. So I've been at it for 50 hours and 46 minutes. So let's take a look. There's the bullet train station. Now, last year it lost 2.4 million. Right now it's only down about 400,000. It's got about 2,400 passengers per day. Now over here, I have built the station complex C. Right now, customers 19,184. And like one of the stations here, I've got like 9,704. And, ooh, that one is 10,325 and 9,169. So I'm trying to, you know, now build up these station complex Cs because now, so on February 10th, so this fiscal year I achieved two of my two of my 4 goals. So I've got 3 of them done. So now the only thing I have to do is 200 million in railroad profit, and I'm at 100,284,000, and it's February 11th. I'll be back in a moment to finish up the year, which is turning out to be extremely profitable. Here we are to finish the year. It's March 31st, 2007 at 4:58 p.m. And we're riding on a Blue Star 2. And we're going to be taking out of was it North East Alioth station? We're right next to the bullet train station, which is that big track right behind you. And instead of being on one of the old, I set this to speed limit too, because I think this is going to be a bit faster. This is one of my nice high-speed express passenger trains. So here we are in the main North Alioth station. that's now a station complex C. And as you can see, it's starting to get a little, the sun's coming down. Woo! Yeah! Look at those bright trains, man. They're not blue anymore. Yeah, they look nice and bright now. And here we are, and this is East Alioth? West Alioth station. This is West Alioth. Man, keeping the east and west straight in this map has been tough. And there's the radio tower. I'm still waiting to get a buyer for it. But I can't believe that when I started this fiscal year out, I knew that I was going to get the... Okay, and here we are at Fecta Station. Now, I'm going to be smart and turn this around before we get going. And there's that bridge that I built to carry freight. A little bookstore over there. So, as promised, I'm going to show you the final verdict on the financial results, which I think were rather good, rather spectacular. And all things considering that this was supposed to be mid-course corrections, and sometimes I make corrections to my corrections, like not tearing up my streetcar line to build another bus line. And I even hit, look at that, man, reggae colors. Nice and bright so you can see it easy. And there you can see the bullet train track, and there's the amusement park B on the left that is no longer mine. It's been sold. And now I have a little bit of year-end tax planning to do. I've got 142 million cash on hand. Man, I just make money hand over fist. And now here we are heading in to the final stop, and you can see the actual bullet train station right next to me there on the left. So that takes care of that. Ooh, and there's a bullet train. And the station, the year before, lost 2.471 million. This year, it's only bleeding 334,000. So, doing better. Should be able to make a profit next year. So, let's just go ahead and cut to the chase. Oh, wait, whoops, before I cut to the chase. Let's stop the clock. Let's go to the bank. I'm going to pay off a loan. Early payoff. Cost me 61 million, so I'm going to pay 11,625,000 in interest. Boom. Let's clean up that balance sheet. And I've been improving my credit limit. So if we take a look at my P&L, there's like 5.330 billion in sales. Woo, like over $1 billion better. So I shaved with 11,000 off the profit. So now the pre-tax profit's 196. Taxes of 76 million, and current net profit 120 million. Which I think is the best year so far. And you can see Mr. White, he's looking happy, man. Yeah, all happy. So let's go ahead and just finalize it now that I did the payoff. And there we are. This quarter was in the black. Keep this momentum. So yeah, it looks really good. Looked really good. And what do we have here? Fifth in the black, consecutive 5 years achieved. So now I only have one goal, 200 million in rail profits. And I'm certainly going to give it the old college try. So let's see, 3 more years until the maturity. Do you think you can achieve it as scheduled? Of course. So let's take a quick look here at my balance sheet. So I've got, let's see, 76.6 million in accrued corporate taxes. I have 29.7 million in accrued fixed asset taxes. So that's 90, 105, 106, and almost 106.5 million. So let's see, I have 81 million. So yeah, I don't think I have any problems as far as being able to reach the limit. So, whoops, so it's 23,000, but I did somewhere around 120 million in rail profit. So, until the next episode, I hope that all of you have a good time, and I hope that you'll be back to see if I can wrap this scenario up in the final year.